All right, today we're going to dive into an AI tool that is, no joke, completely changing the game for students and researchers. I mean, imagine taking that mountain of reading you have for the semester and turning it into a powerful, personalized study machine. Let's see how this thing actually works.
Just think about that for a second. All your PDFs, your lecture notes, those random articles, they're not just sitting in a folder anymore. They are coming to life. They're becoming a personalized learning engine that works for you instantly. And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi idea. This is the new reality of how we can study.
But to really appreciate why this is such a big deal, we have to talk about the struggle. Because we have all been there, right? Staring at a screen, just feeling completely buried by the sheer amount of information we're supposed to know. This right here, this is the modern student's battle. A desktop that's just a graveyard of files, a browser with 50 tabs open, and you end up spending more time trying to organize everything than actually learning. And what happens when you turn to a typical AI chatbot for help? Well, you run the very real risk of it just making stuff up, a total disaster when you've got a deadline. This is where a really fundamental shift in AI comes into play. It's an approach that's built from the ground up on accuracy and, most importantly, trust. So, what exactly makes this so different? Okay, here's the key distinction, and it's a huge one. General AI chatbots, they pull from the entire wild and often unreliable internet. NotebookLM, on the other hand, becomes an expert only on the material you give it. This means its answers are always based on your course content, and get this, it proves it with direct citations. That is a massive advantage for your academic integrity and, honestly, for your peace of mind. This whole concept is called source grounding, and it's basically a promise. The AI will not go rogue. It won't invent facts or pull from some random blog post. Every single thing it generates is directly tied back to the documents you uploaded. You're getting a study partner you can actually trust. This really reframes the whole idea of AI from just being a tool to being a true partner. It creates this secure, private space where you can literally have a conversation with your own class materials, letting you ask questions and explore connections that you might have totally missed otherwise. Okay, so now we get to the really, really exciting part. Let's look at how this technology takes your static, boring documents and turns them into this dynamic studio of tools for active learning. Seriously, this is where the magic happens. With just a single click, hours and hours of prep work just, poof, they're gone. You can upload a super dense academic paper and instantly get a full study guide with key terms, a briefing doc with an executive summary, or even a list of FAQs with sourced answers all ready to go. We all know that active recall, actually testing yourself, is how you really make information stick. But let's be honest, making flashcards is so tedious. Well, this tool generates them for you, so you can start practicing right away. And if you get stuck, the answer and its source are just a click away. And this takes that idea of active recall to a whole new level. You get AI-generated practice quizzes based on your material with immediate feedback. And if you get something wrong, it doesn't just tell you the right answer, it explains why it's the right answer and points you to the exact passage in your text. It's a powerful and totally non-judgmental way to prep for exams. I love this quote from a user because it perfectly captures one of the most innovative features. I mean, what if you could listen to your readings instead of just staring at them? Especially those super dense, dry academic texts, Well, you can. You can actually turn your sources into a podcast-style audio discussion, which is perfect for learning while you're on a run or commuting. Or you can generate a full video explainer with slides. You can even have the AI hosts hold a debate on the topic, giving you all these different perspectives. It's wild. Now, for all the visual learners out there, this is an absolute game changer. Instead of just a wall of text, a mind map shows you how all the key ideas in your sources actually connect to each other. It helps you see the forest for the trees, You get the whole structure of the subject you're studying. But what about organizing all those connections you've just made? Think about all the scattered facts and little details you have in your notes from different lectures and readings. It's usually just a chaotic mess. And with one single command, all that chaos becomes this, a clean, structured table. It pulls the key info, organizes it, and gives you the citation. And the best part? You can export it directly into Google Sheets for even more analysis. It's an incredible way to synthesize information from a bunch of different places. So, we've seen all these powerful features, but the real impact of this tool, I think, is its ability to support every single type of learner. It's built with inclusivity and accessibility at its very core. And the impact here is just profound. For a student with dyslexia, that audio overview isn't just a nice to have, it's an essential way to access the material. For multilingual learners, it can clarify really complex ideas in their native language. And for anyone who gets test anxiety, those self-paced quizzes provide a safe, private space to practice and build up confidence. And that support is truly global. We're talking over 50 supported languages. That means students anywhere can tackle difficult academic texts by using their native language as a bridge to understanding, reinforcing those core concepts along the way. So, when you put this all together, what does it really mean? Well, it means the future of studying isn't about pulling more all-nighters. It's about working smarter with tools that actually amplify your effort. So what's the bottom line? You get trustworthy answers that are grounded in your own stuff. You get one tool that can adapt to your unique learning style. The automated citations mean zero risk of plagiarism. And maybe most importantly, you get back your most valuable resource, your time. The takeaway here is really simple. The era of spending hours on the boring, manual parts of studying is over. It's time to focus your energy on what actually matters, understanding, connecting ideas, and mastering your subject. And that kind of leaves us with a final question to think about. If you had a tool that could instantly turn any reading, any lecture, any document at all into a personalized, interactive tutor that's on call for you 24/7, what do you think you'd be capable of achieving?